It happens after prayer. I don't care what you're going through. I don't care what you're up against. If you want to come out of it, it can only happen after prayer. I wish I had a witness here who really knows that the effectual, fervent prayers of the righteous availeth much. Prayer can bring your child back home. Prayer can rid you of your addiction. Prayer can settle you down when your enemies are trying to come up against you. I am a living testimony that prayer still works. The old folk at my home used to say, if you pray and pray right, somebody who was raised like I was raised, know that God will hear and answer prayer. It happens. It can only happen after prayer. Ruth Bell Graham says, pray when you feel like it, for it is a sin to neglect such an opportunity. And she goes on to say, pray when you don't feel like it, for it is dangerous to remain in that condition. Hear that one more time. Pray when you feel like it, Ruth Bell Graham says, pray when you feel like it, for it is a sin to neglect such an opportunity. And then pray when you don't feel like it, for it is dangerous to remain in that condition. Charles Spurgeon says, prayer is the slender nerve that moves the arm of omnipotence. Prayer is the slender nerve that moves the arm of omnipotence. Dr. H.B. Charles of the Shiloh Metropolitan Church in Jacksonville, Florida, says there is a lot you can do to fix your situation after you pray, but there's nothing you can do to fix it until you pray. I know what prayer can do. I said, I know what prayer can do. I've seen God move mountains in my own situation because I had the good sense to get on my knees and say to him, God, I can't, but you can. You can make an enemy a friend. You can make my body whole again. You can provide what I need because the record says you're Jehovah Jireh. I wish I had a witness here. You can give me peace in my midnight hour because the record says you're Jehovah Shalom. You can open red seas. You can shut the mouths of lions. You can deliver in a lion's den. You can deliver in a fiery furnace. All power is in your hand. And if I pray and pray right, you will hear and answer prayer. My God shall supply. I wish I had a Bible reader. All your needs according to his riches and glory through Christ Jesus. It's my will already. I just want you to ask me. And that's what prayer is all about. It's God's will already. He just wants you to ask. If you pray and pray right, he already wants to do it. He just wants you to ask him. I know I messed up. But you said, if I confess my sin, you said, knock and the door shall be open. You said, if I walk uprightly, there's no good thing you will withhold from me. You said, cast my cares on you. I need somebody else here who know what prayer can do. You ever been broke and didn't know how you were going to make ends meet? But you prayed and God opened the door. You ever been assailed by your enemies and they had you trapped on every side? You prayed and God prepared a table before you in the presence of your enemy. You ought to come on and help me testify. Prayer really works. It's not magic. It's not some sleight of hand. You get a chance, not because you have to, because you want to, talk to the God of the universe. And God, who loves you, listens and answers your prayers. I need somebody here who's had a prayer answered to help me testify that he'll give you strength just when you need it. He'll pick you up and turn you around. He'll turn your midnights into day. He will help you to bear your burdens. You can make it if you learn how to pray. Some things only happen when you pray. If you're going to worry, then don't pray. But if you're going to pray, then don't worry. Because God can fix it for you. And prayer may not change your situation. It may just strengthen you in the midst of it. Because God doesn't have to move the mountain. He can just give you the strength to climb it. I wish I had somebody to help me here. God did not get Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego out of the fiery furnace. He just cooled it off. And whatever your trial, whatever your suffering, whatever your depression, whatever your heartbreak, if you pray and pray right, God will hear and answer your prayer. Pray when you don't feel like it, for it is dangerous to remain in such a condition. Pray when you feel like it, for it is a sin to neglect such an opportunity. And then pray when you don't feel like it, for it's dangerous to remain in a prayerless condition. I need one or two more believers who's had a prayer answered to help me testify that God will show up. He may not come when you want him. Have I got a witness here? He may not answer like you think he should. It may not be the answer that you're looking for, but if you trust and never doubt. He will surely bring you out.